So same as any other auxiliary engine, we need to isolate the auxiliary engine from any means of starting, and to make sure that it has already cooled down before we conduct the valve clearance checking and adjustment. So we put the lever into stop position, we engage the turning gear, and we also need to stop the preload pump to make sure that it is isolated from any means of starting. This turning gear can be turned by hand. You can actually adjust by hand and also by a remote. After making sure that it's already engaged, we will now proceed with following the instructions. So this is how the manual says. We must to follow the crank angle, and we will now proceed with opening the cylinder head cover. I usually just take out the bolt of each cover, and I let the cover be in place if I'm not going to do the adjustment. So first we will do the cylinder head number 1 on exhaust side. As per this instruction, we have 0° crank angle, making sure that you turn the turning gear into 0°, and we double check if it is really the correct turn, which is the first turn, because it could be on second turn. I mean, by turn is by revolution, the first revolution and the second revolution. You'll be able to turn this push rod by hand if it is in first turn, so it will not be tight. So now we will proceed with measuring the valve clearance on this exhaust side. If it needed to be adjusted, then we will do the adjustments as per the manual. As you can see, each auxiliary engine has different valve clearance, depends on your auxiliary engine specification. So each auxiliary engine has a specific valve clearance, so you must to follow that clearance. In our case, we have 80 for exhaust side and we have 40 for inlet side. So after finding the correct clearance, we need to adjust, and we need to tighten by hand first before tightening with torque wrench. But I did not capture that video where we tighten it first by hand. So each auxiliary engine also, it has a specific tightening torque with this nut, so you must to follow your manual. And then double check again after tightening. We check the clearance one more time to make sure that we get the correct clearance. And now we will turn and proceed to another unit as per the procedure. So we just need to follow all this steps. We follow first the first turn, same way when you do the adjusting of your exhaust side, same procedure in inlet side. What's difference there is the clearance, because in our inlet side we have 0.40 and our exhaust side is 0.80. Only the clearance is difference. So you just needed to double check that the clearance in your auxiliary engine, because each auxiliary engine has different clearances needed. So as you can see in our flywheel, maybe we have different numbering, or the label of our flywheel is different, but it's all the same for 4-stroke engine. So we have here 360°, which is 2 revolution of our auxiliary engine. So the 0 mark on the right side should match on the degree that you need. Let's say 80°, it should match the 0 mark on 80°. So we just follow this procedure as per the manual.